Hi, I'm Al Zimmer, and I am a razor collector extraordinaire. And we're in Bonita, California, in my razor room. Well, and originally I got the collection. I had it in our den in the house, and that was taking up too much space. And then, this is on the second floor. It's above the workshop, and it worked out very well. And a lot of these display cases, I went out garage sales, and I found all these at garage sales. It was fun to, find all these, and it's amazing. I actually found enough to fill them up. Well, it took a while to fill it up, but I think I have around 3,400 safety razors, so that takes up a lot of room. 600 and some Stroppers that are in there, but it was fun to do that. Yeah, but look at a lot of the old paraphernalia. Look at the cards.
Right.
Did you see
hold on, I'm still on this.
Oh.
Don't rush me. This is the OG. This is the original.
That's the original, yes.
Doesn't get any more original than that.
And
much harder to find the case than to find the patent applied for razor. This is your
my
tag.
My number to keep track of the inventory. Yeah.
So he has a catalog number on every single piece.
Yep.
And then that reference is on the spreadsheet.
Right, on the spreadsheet.
And then what do you have on the spreadsheet? You have the brand, when you bought it, or
brand, when I bought it, who I bought it from, what kind of razor is in it, and what kind of case, and description of the case, razor, the case, and then what I bought it for and what its value is. Of course, what its value is now is for everything has changed.
Do you update that periodically?
No, it's too. No, I haven't. But if nothing else, it gives an indication of what the value, whether it's rare or not, even though that might be off.
This is probably, I think there's about 10, maybe 15 of these known in the world.
Yeah, it's very rare.
If you have one of these, you're in a very exclusive club. Let's just say that. Now you had a pretty rare bird. One of these had. I know you had a new president. So a lot of people think of the president from the 50s or late 40s, early 50s. That's the butterfly opening razor that's in the nice case, kind of the tannish green case. But they still use this nomenclature president even back in the 30s.
Yeah.
And so this would be the $75 model. It'd be the most expensive model in the day. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Gillette only had 3 or 4 engravers who worked there. And
really?
All of these are hand engraving. Can I see that actually? This is a piece I don't even have. And I only know a few people who have them. So it's kind of another, I'd put it up there, not quite as rare as the litho tin, but it's definitely incredibly rare. And so see that it's got the engraving on the bottom side.
I love this one.
And then the blade banks themselves are also engraved.
Yeah.
And the tubes. And you get the box. That's probably honestly even more rare than all of it. And
it's in great shape.
All of it's in good shape. Usually this is cracked back here, and your leather's in perfect shape. That's a hot piece.
Yep.
I'd call it a crown jewel, Al.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty close. I think so.
Okay, well, why don't you show us?
You know what that one is?
Of course we know what this one is. Yes, so this is the bottom dial, 1957. Then they also put them out again in 1960. This is the 60 version. So there's actually 6 variations of this. You talk about variations amongst the Kampfe.
Right? Wow.
And we found, when we went to Cincinnati and to Procter & Gamble, we found all the original documentation showing. So they had...
No kidding.
They did 1 through 9, which is what this is. They also did 1 through 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of the space. Then they also had this as black, and then they had it as nickel.
Wow.
And then they had the handle as brass, nickel plated, and then they had the handle as aluminum to make it lighter. So you have those 6 permutations of it. I only have 1 of the permutations, but I do know some people that have all 6.
No kidding.
So it's just like we were talking about the Kampfe. There's these little variations, and which ones do you have? But I mean, even this one, the 1 through 9 with the 1960, this is still a very rare piece, and I'd say there's probably only, I don't know, maybe less than 50 of these around. I know a lot of people who have them. It's again, it's kind of like the lithotin, like it's like a club. If you have a bottom dial, you're in the club.
Yeah, yeah.
This is something very unusual. This is some kind of prototype or design model. This is not normal.
England.
But this is not a production model at all.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Yes, that's.
Trying to make
Sure. I think it's aluminum, probably.
This is something very unusual. Yeah, all you say is England TTO Type 27, but that's not production at all. Look at that. Very strange. I'm trying to think why they would have done this, because this is clearly already into the 1940s. They've already had butterfly technology for 20 years. Why would they make this? What was it demonstrating? No, there's no the center bar. The center bar doesn't come up and connect. It's centerless. See that? See all the mechanisms down here.
Oh, okay.
Usually on the butterfly razors, obviously, it goes all the way up through the middle, right? And it connects with this rod.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's right. Interesting.
So maybe they were trying to play with something with that rod being moved. This is like 46, 47 time frame where they're trying to figure out how to load it differently. And it's crude, meaning it was not obviously for production. This is like I call it like an engineering sample or an engineering demonstration model. They're trying to physically demonstrate how something would mechanically work. I can honestly say I've never even seen anything like this before, not even in a patent drawing. See how rare something you have?
Yeah.
Where'd you get this from?
I don't remember.
I have to look at the spreadsheet.
If you really want me to, I think, let's see, what is it? 184. Yeah, it was from the original collection I bought.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more and more that I think that this collection for you is about the documenting and referencing and photographing and cataloging.
That's a good point. Yeah, I enjoy doing that.
It's almost like a librarian.
I enjoy doing that. So, yeah.
Do you think that part of that is you're wanting to make sure it's preserved, or someone else can find it?
Actually, yes. It was a lot of work. I got it for the cases and the razor itself. It's
oh my gosh.
So.
I can't imagine how much work that is. That's insane. Somewhere in the house and enjoys it. That's not enough for you. You got to go to the next level. Catalog.
That's right.
That's good. Like I said, he's the only collector I've ever met that's done this. Almost every collector I've ever met or worked with, it's chaotic. And you see their room, and maybe half looks like this, and another half is just piles and shoe boxes and...
Well, you haven't seen my storage yet.
Well, you do a better job than I think just about anyone else. Even I don't have my stuff cataloged in some spreadsheet. I've never done that. It's just in a display case. You can't buy blades in your bathroom. I love that. So timely. I've never seen this picture before. It's huge.
It's huge.
You talk about like a big fellow, like the Gillette big fellow. This is like the gigantic fellow.
Yeah.
This is like for Andre the Giant. Who would need this? Look at that. Can you imagine the blades on that? Could you imagine trying to shave with this thing?
Yeah.
I mean, and pack this in your travel bag. You're like, just gonna put this in my bag real quick.
Yeah.
It's like a big deli slicer.
The Kelly from the UK. It's got a mother of pearl handle and a blade in there. I have to try some of these.
We're going to get him to break down and use some of the pieces of his collection.
Yes. Gave me inspiration. I shave in my bathroom with some track twos and some, because they're not that collectible. They're, and so I started shaving with those. I haven't bought a razor or a razor blade since I started collecting in '86. I didn't realize that was a movement, that younger people were actually starting to learn, use older razors, old Gillettes, to shave with. So I don't have by any means have them all, but it's the collector's mind, the hunt, and that's what makes it fun. Because there are fewer collectors, it'd be a shame if when I pass away that this just everything gets thrown away. Because I think that'd be we're losing something, a part of our history, and that would be a real shame. And there's just not as many collectors. There are more wet shavers, not as many collectors. I guess that's pretty prevalent now. Is it still going pretty strong? My grandfather was a barber in Germany, and just before the First World War, he actually cut the hair of some of the officers in the army, and he kind of found out that they were planning a war. So they decided, it's time to get out of Germany. So he and the whole family, his wife and two sons, one of which was my father, they immigrated to the U.S. around 1911. And then when my father grew up, he became a barber also. So they had a barber shop together. Yeah, he had a nice barber shop right on a busy street in Chicago. And then he passed away in '86. So when he passed away, he left me some of his barber equipment. So I kind of started with straight razors, and that was the start. So it's about 40 years. My father would have loved to have me become a barber. We tried to get my brother and I to do that, but we both went on to college, and so he always regretted that, I think. But so I always looked at it as some kind of honoring his profession, and I know he would have if he really knew what I had done, he would have really appreciated it and felt good, because since my brother and I didn't end up becoming barbers, I know he was always disappointed in that. But. Complete, interesting, very satisfying. Interesting, complete, and very satisfying. Yes. Yes.